Well, I don't think you can get two more emotionally charged games than that. After Augustana defeated Tarleton State on Wednesday without leading scorer Dan Jansen, the NSIC Player of the Year, the Division II Player of the Year, miraculously returned on Thursday and helped spark the Vikings' win over Western Oregon 74-55 and into the national championship.
We had a very difficult game with a very, very talented team in Tarleton, and we had a lot of emotion. Overcame a little bit, I wouldn't even say adversity, just overcame the fact that you got a glimpse to see the kid sitting next to me. He's not a bad player, and not to have him to go into that game finding out at the 12-minute mark before the tip-off was going to happen. I thought our guys fought through an emotional tough time and expected us to be a little flat tonight, but I'm not trying to take away from Western Oregon. I just didn't think we were as sharp as we normally are. But then we got it going in the middle near the end.
Jansen hurt his left foot in practice on Tuesday, and he was questionable to play in the Tarleton State game on Wednesday. He did go through warm-ups, but eventually decided he would not be good to go, and he missed the very first game of his entire career.
Yesterday was very, very tough. Like Coach said, I told the coach, just give me a go. Let's see what happened in the game. And then 5 minutes later in the warm-ups, I couldn't go. I told him I couldn't move. It wasn't going to work, and so being on the court during the warm-ups and having to tell the coaches I wasn't going to be able to go was heartbreaking. I was crying on the court, and so I had to get my composure back and realize that I can do something for this team even if it's not playing. I can be a great teammate, I can be a great leader on the bench.
So after surviving a bad first half and a mostly bad second half against Tarleton State, the Vikings did survive and advance past the Texans. So the question then became, would Jansen be available for Thursday's Final Four game against Western Oregon? We had heard he underwent a different treatment on his foot to try and get him ready to go. Once again, he went through warm-ups, but he was not in the starting lineup. Once again, it was Zach Houston taking his place. But after the first media timeout, Jansen came in and made 3 straight baskets.
I mean, we weren't sure if he was going to play or not. We knew it's a kind of day-to-day injury, and then seeing him out there, and then he came out with that splash there, and he gave everybody a boost of energy, and then, yeah, everybody was bought in, and we're like, all right, we got this, keep the energy going.
So it was the emotion of not having Jansen that propelled Augustana to a win in the Elite Eight, and the emotion of having Jansen back and him providing a spark off the bench that propelled the Vikings into the national championship.
I mean, we enjoy it, but now we're looking forward. So, I mean, both wins are great, and now we're looking forward to an even better win and an even more emotional win Saturday night.
So who awaits Augustana in the national championship? It is Lincoln Memorial University out of Tennessee. The Rail Splitters went 32-2 this season, and they can run and shoot much like Augustana. In fact, they scored 103 points in their semifinal game, a close 1-point win over West Liberty. In fact, with Lincoln Memorial as number 1, Augustana as number 2, it's the first time since the 70s that the top 2 ranked Division II teams have met in the national championship.